Hunting is an instinct alone for most predators. It's a skill, and skills have to be taught, practiced, and refined, sometimes over years, before an animal can survive entirely on its own. These 10 animals don't just hunt for their young. They deliberately teach them using methods ranging from simple practice opportunities to techniques so specific and dangerous that researchers still study exactly how the knowledge gets passed down at all. Number 10, the red fox. Vixens have been documented bringing live, weakened prey directly to their kits, allowing them to chase, pounce, and practice the killing bite in a low-stakes setting before they're expected to hunt fully capable prey on their own. This early practice period gives young foxes repeated attempts at a skill that requires real timing and precision to execute successfully. Number 9, the golden eagle. Eaglets spend weeks practicing flight and hunting movements before ever leaving the nest permanently, and researchers studying golden eagle families have documented parents dropping prey mid-air specifically so young eagles can practice diving and catching it before the stakes become real. A form of aerial practice that directly builds the precision needed for actual hunts later. Number 8, the sea otter. Mothers have been documented teaching pups to use rocks as tools, selecting and carrying a favored stone to crack open shellfish, a skill pups initially attempt clumsily and refine only through repeated practice alongside their mother over an extended learning period. Researchers studying sea otter populations have found individual tool use techniques and preferences can vary between otters, suggesting the specific method itself is something learned rather than simply instinctive. Number 7, the meerkat. And this is a different piece of meerkat behavior than pure cooperative breeding. Adult meerkats have been documented deliberately presenting pups with live scorpions, sometimes partially disabled by removing the stinger first, giving pups a controlled opportunity to practice handling genuinely dangerous prey. Researchers studying this behavior found that as pups grow more capable, adults gradually present progressively less disabled scorpions, adjusting the difficulty of the lesson specifically to match the pup's developing skill level. Here's where this shifts from practice opportunities into something closer to a complete curriculum, taught over years rather than weeks. Number 6, the osprey. Fledgling ospreys don't hunt successfully on their first attempt at diving for fish, and parents continue supplying food for weeks after fledging while young birds practice diving technique repeatedly, refining the exact timing and angle required to successfully catch fish beneath the water's surface. A skill researchers note can take dozens of attempts before consistent success develops. Number 5, the chimpanzee. Research dating back to Jane Goodall's original studies at Gombe, and extended by researchers since, has documented young chimpanzees learning termite fishing, stripping a twig and inserting it into a termite mound to draw insects out, by directly observing and imitating their mothers over an extended period, sometimes taking years of watching and imperfect attempts before a young chimpanzee reliably masters the specific technique. Number 4, the lion. Cubs accompany the pride on hunts well before they're capable of contributing meaningfully, observing stalking technique, positioning, and coordinated timing, and as they mature, adults tolerate clumsy, premature attempts at joining a hunt, effectively allowing cubs to practice within a much larger, more capable group that can compensate for their mistakes while the skill develops. Number 3, the bottlenose dolphin. In Shark Bay, Australia, researchers have documented a specific population of dolphins using marine sponges as protective tools while foraging along the seafloor, a technique passed down almost exclusively from mother to calf rather than learned independently. Genetic and behavioral studies have confirmed this sponging technique functions as a form of cultural transmission, a learned skill passed through specific family lines rather than something every dolphin in the region develops on its own. Number 2, the polar bear. Cubs stay with their mother for roughly 2.5 years, one of the longest dependency periods of any bear species, watching her hunt seals at breathing holes repeatedly before attempting the technique themselves, a skill requiring extraordinary patience and precise timing that researchers believe simply cannot be reliably learned in a shorter window, given the technique's difficulty and the low overall success rate even experienced adult polar bears face. And number 1, orcas in Argentina's Peninsula Valdez, documented performing one of the most dangerous hunting techniques taught anywhere in the animal kingdom. Adult orcas here intentionally strand themselves on the beach to snatch sea lion pups from the shoreline, then use their own body momentum to wriggle back into the water, a maneuver that carries real risk of the orca becoming permanently stuck if it's misjudged. Researchers studying this specific population have documented mothers deliberately guiding juvenile orcas through this exact stranding technique over repeated attempts, essentially teaching a maneuver dangerous enough that getting it wrong can kill the orca performing it, because the payoff successfully hunting prey no other technique can reach makes the risk worth passing down generation after generation. We've also covered another exceptional example of this kind of teaching in a previous video: cheetah mothers who deliberately let captured prey escape so their cubs can practice the kill themselves. Worth watching if you haven't already, because it's one of the clearest documented cases of intentional teaching in any large predator. Every animal on this list proves the same point in a different way. Hunting looks instinctive from the outside, but for almost every predator that actually has to master it, someone had to teach them first, patiently, repeatedly, sometimes at real risk to themselves, so the next generation could survive without them. Which of these teaching methods struck you as the most genuinely risky for the parent involved? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe to NatureCrest for more deep dives into the animal kingdom's most extraordinary parenting and survival strategies.